Game developer, YouTuber. Game developer, YouTuber. There are game developers who make YouTube videos. These are your Thin Matrix, your Ponty Pants, and your Dev Ducks. And there are YouTubers who make game development content. These are your Blackthorn Prods, your Bad Game Devs, and your Thomas Brushes. And there's Danny. This isn't to say you can't do game development if you do YouTube, or you can't do YouTube if you do game development, but I want to give you a few things to consider about the reality of how some YouTubers can be misleading when it comes to making game development content on YouTube. Creation. I have been writing scripts, filming with my friends, and editing short films since I was 13. For me, this entire creative process is something that I would do regardless of the topic. I began game development in 2019, but there was always a part of me that still needed to fulfill the itch of creation that game development alone couldn't provide. It wasn't until I started this channel in 2022 that I found a way for me to combine these worlds. I use this channel as a way for me to express a creative outlet for storytelling through writing, filming, and editing. My goal is to be transparent within the games industry with topics that aren't always directly related to the creation of the game itself. Whether that's numbers, figures, sales, or the pains and hardships that go into programming that other creators gloss over. It's a hard industry, and my goal is to be real about that, to show that creating a game doesn't always come easy and that sometimes there's a bug in the code that takes you all day to figure out. Being a game developer YouTuber doesn't always mean you're a game developer first and a YouTuber second. The time it takes to write a script, record the footage, and edit the footage is all time that as a game developer should be going into making a game. YouTube may seem like an easy place to market your game and create a following, and that's not completely incorrect to think that, but to go into that mindset is to at the very least double your development time. YouTube in itself is a full-time job. Take Brandon from Sasquatch Beast Studios. I love the content that Brandon puts out, and I watch his videos each week. He is extremely transparent about the struggles that comes with balancing a YouTube channel and development of an indie game. But he's a great example that if you're an indie developer and your goal is to make a game, then making the game should be your priority. For channels like Brandon's, YouTube often comes first and game development second, with many hours of development lost in the process of writing and editing scripts for different videos.
Has gotten to the point where there are many weeks where I'm not able to touch my game that I want to publish at all. There's usually one day a week where I'm able to work on the game, but if there's any...
You need to enjoy the process of content creation regardless of the outcome. Game development on YouTube is not a consistent way to market or sell your game. Generally, game development YouTubers make content for other game developers. There are channels that I as a game developer watch quite frequently, but I watch them to learn their process behind game development, their solutions to problems, and to motivate and inspire me to keep working on my game. I don't always watch for the game itself. I watched a video recently by Bite Me Games about why he doesn't watch other game dev YouTubers, and he had an extremely valid point regarding the audience of these channels. Who are you making these videos for? What are you hoping other people get out of watching you? For me, I love the process of making these videos, and for me that's enough satisfaction in itself. I enjoy writing, I enjoy editing, and I enjoy putting a video together. It's a creative outlet that helps balance my career as a game developer. Thomas Brush is an example of a YouTuber whose content isn't necessarily targeted to game developers, but more people who want to make a game. That's why a lot of his content is tailored around selling courses that he creates. At his core, he's like a salesman who found success from making games. He sells the idea that anyone and everyone can make money from game development. And I'm not going to discredit that, because I believe with enough hard work it is possible, but that's just it. It's hard work, and Thomas Brush often paints it as an easy process that anyone can do at any point. Carl from Thin Matrix is another full-time indie game developer and YouTuber. He is one of the channels where game development comes first and YouTube comes second. As of August 2024, the Thin Matrix channel has released 7 videos this year, and this is a format that he is able to work off as he's made a career from it. He makes the game first and creates videos around it. This approach can quickly burn you out as a game developer and as a content creator because there will be a lot of pressure to deliver that you wouldn't get if you took your own time and worked at your own pace. Game development alone, there could be weeks, months even, where you're working on a system that really only matters on the back end. There's no visuals to show for it, and if you're trying to make content alongside it, then it's very likely to fall into one of two traps. One, the quality of your project goes down the drain. You're trying to speed up the process of your own design to the point you're putting a band-aid on some systems with the thought that it will change in the future just so you have something to show. Or, people are generally just going to be disinterested because it doesn't feel like there's improvement or progress happening. Making my dream game. I love these videos. Really, whenever I see it, it inspires me and it makes me want to keep working on my game. But of these videos, I have seen probably less than a dozen actually get released. The difficulty of managing a YouTube channel and game development adds a lot of pressure that you probably don't realize. Take a look back on my channel, I made this mistake myself. I want to give a realistic perspective of the exact time it has taken me to write, record, and finish filming this before uploading. It took me 9 hours to write the script from start to finish, another hour to record the audio, upload to Premiere Pro, and trim it down, then another 6 hours of editing. That's 16 hours for a 10-minute video. I prioritized making this video over work on my own project because I value the time I get to create these videos and the process of content creation and storytelling. But that is also 16 hours as a game developer that I have lost out of making my game. And that 16 hours isn't taking into account the research that goes into writing a video. There's designing thumbnails, compiling clips, ensuring that what I'm saying is making sense. It really is a whole process. When people ask me what I do, I have an interesting balance of working as a game developer for my day job, and as a hobby I create YouTube videos on game development. I'm passionate about what I do, and I'm fortunate enough to get to work and do it professionally. I've talked about a lot of the time that goes into running a channel and producing videos, but there are actually a lot of positive aspects and personal growth that you get out of these videos as well, and I think it's important to talk about these points. The very first video I made on this channel, I made on a whim. I wanted to document my university experience and recap all the projects that I had worked on as a way to reflect my own progression. But as I continued, I found that it also kept me on track of building my own projects and knowledge in this industry. I aimed to create these videos as my own outlet of creativity, but it has forced me to keep growing my skills in this industry and research topics I never would have researched otherwise. I found when it came time to applying for jobs that having a YouTube channel was also a really good portfolio piece that an employer could look at whenever they wanted, and it was often responded really well. It's a demonstration of a strong work ethic and a strong commitment to a never-ending project. I want to leave you with a thought. If no one is watching your videos, would you still be making them? I don't want to discourage you from making videos, but to help understand and educate the process behind making these videos. Is your priority to be a game developer or to be a YouTuber? If content creation was as easy as some YouTubers make it out to be, then I would tell everyone to do it. But it is hard work, and if you're a game developer and your time is better spent making a game, then that's where I encourage you to focus your time on. I want to say that everyone I mentioned in this video, I watch or have watched in the past. I hold no ill intent towards them and think that what they do for the game development community is amazing. Any comment that could be perceived as negative is in no way intended to be negative. I've linked all the channels mentioned in the description of this video for you to check out, as well as some others that I think are notable in this niche. If there's a topic you want me to discuss about anything game development related, leave a comment down below and let me know and I'll do my best to cover it. Otherwise, thank you all for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.